heading out to a place called Fluidology to have the suspension done. On the Triumph, nothing major, just adjustments, doing a track day at Jennings GP here in Florida. Coming up at the end of September, end of this month. He's just going to adjust the preload, and we're going to talk about getting the suspension set up the best we can for me, and see how it goes. All right, Accessory Boulevard, take a right, take a left on Commerce, and then a right on Tutter. Anyway, we're almost to Fluidology, the motorcycle suspension shop, the major one here in Jacksonville, I guess. I don't know how many there are. It might be the only one that specializes in motorcycle suspension and performance. Commerce. To the left. It's kind of out. Never been out here before. It's kind of out in the boondocks, right on Tutter, not Cutter, Tutter, I guess. Tutter Street. Gravel, gravel, gravel. Here it is. Fluidology. Where should I park? He's gonna guide me in here. Far end mirrors, watch out. Is it Steven?
Yes, sir.
David.
David,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, you put the kickstand down. I'll grab the chalk and we'll knock it out right here.
Alrighty.
With the quickness. Did you pick this up from Honda?
Yeah. Yeah, Cycles of Jacks.
Yeah, I know all those guys. I worked there back in the day, years ago.
Yeah, I got a deal on it. I bought it in December. It's a 2014, so I got some. I got a discount.
With the rebate, kind of being leftover model, which they haven't changed any. So that's good, man. Tool around with that real quick. Let me grab my stuff.
Do you mind if I set up my I do a YouTube channel. Do you mind if I set up my GoPro just like right here, like an angle of you adjusting it or something?
Sure.
Because I was just gonna do a short video on like having my suspension.
Okay.
All right. So get on the bike.
Yep. Just sit on the bike, feet up, move in the right position. Take some measurements.
All right.
Just hold on the handlebars. You're riding just like you're riding. Just sit right there for me. I'm gonna take a few measurements. Stay right there.
Alrighty. Feel like I'm at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're doing, but I have faith in your abilities.
Hop off. I'm out of the way.
All right. Apparently, we're taking some measurements here. Alrighty. CRF 450R. Steven working on the bike here. Used to race AMA sport bike. He used to race against some big names. That's what he was telling me. Now he's a firefighter and works here at Fluidology. I forgot to.
What's up, man? You all right, man? Mind balancing the bike straight enough with you. Especially here. take 3 measurements, and that gives me, when you add all 3 up, it gives me the total sag. But each individual number tells me if the spring rate's correct, how much free sag we have. You ever rock it up on the kickstand and lube the chain or anything?
I use a pit bull stand.
Pit bull.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're just going to lean it over on the kickstand. Just have you come over from this side. Just going to grab the subframe, kind of center line with the gas tank.
Mm-hmm.
And man, all you got to do is lean back just a little bit.
Alrighty.
Lift the back of the tire up. All right. Go for it. Yes, sir. This one comes off. Okay. That's good. 47 on the front, 52 in the rear. Typically you want to see that around the 38 plus or minus mark. Typically you want to see that in the, for the street, 30 millimeter plus or minus mark. So definitely soft. The Triumphs, geometry wise, rake trail and swing arm angle and all that stuff, they tend to respond very well to getting the front end up a little higher, and by tightening up the preload, it's going to make the front end ride higher.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to help with stability and front end feel.
And look at this tire. Look at the wear, how far down the wear is on the side of this tire, all the way. It's a track bike. No license plate, racing number. Spring preload, okay, yeah. I had a couple people to say, you know, you could do that yourself. You just need the tool, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'll let a professional handle that. So this is the preload, moving this up and down. Tensions the spring, the rear spring.
It's not gonna mess up your audio too bad.
It's no big deal. I'll work it out somehow, but.
We can turn it down if you want. It's up to you.
I'd be kind of a jerk to tell you to turn it off when you're out here dying in the heat.
I didn't think about it with the audio at first.
It's no big deal. I mean, like I said, you know, I'll probably just do a little vlog and like a few shots of the bike, working on the bike. But
Sound like a jet engine. Just making a mark so I can count my turns.
yeah, I thought it might be a little bit on the soft side from riding it around, especially going over the bridge with the humps where you start bouncing up and down. You know, it's really looking forward to getting this done.
Runs wide on the exit at corners and stuff?
Well, you know, we don't have a whole lot of corners in in Jacksonville, but I mean, I'm not a pro rider. You know, I mean, I keep it under control, ride within my limits. I don't push it too hard. Looking to have fun on the track at Jennings GP, but I'm determined not to lay it down. So
the biggest thing there, man, is just go out and just ride. A lot of people spend too much time trying to look like Marc Marquez or Valentino or something, and when they spend so much time concentrating on how they're sitting on the bike, they miss their turn ins, they miss picking up the throttle, they miss, you know.
yeah, I was just gonna have fun. You know, I mean, I think I've got a pretty good idea of how far too far is, you know. And I mean, I was a little excited about knowing that 130 and below is pro times for the mock races, and 130 and above is novice. So like my goal was to get at least 130 or below, but I don't think
that's their expert class times. They give you an idea of expert regional club racing.
Yeah.
In the 17s.
Okay.
That's pretty fast.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting to make it. I just thought it'd be fun.
Nah, a minute 30, you know, that's attainable. Very, very attainable.
Okay.
All I need you to do now, you just got to balance it straight up and down. That's it.
Alrighty. I have a feeling it's going to be a world of difference when I leave here. Yeah.
Well, this will be the best we can get it with the spring that's on here.
Okay. Now tightening it up like that, is that going to shorten the life of the spring or anything?
No. No. What you're doing here is just you're preloading the spring, so there's more stored energy in the spring, so it's going to just constantly push back harder.
Yeah.
You know, the ultimate fix would be getting the spring rate for your weight, and that's doable. You can definitely do that.
Yeah, is that expensive?
Spring's about 100, 110 bucks, and then you got to pull the shock off, put it on. It's not. To me, it's not bad, but
Yeah.
I was saying, speed costs money. How fast do you want to go? So we started at 52, 31 rider sag, 21 free sag. We've taken the rider sag's not going to change much with the preload. It might change a millimeter or two. Biggest thing is we changed the free sag, and we're at 36 total now, and that's going to feel a lot different. But I don't really want to too much tighter than that, because you're starting to feel the spring push back so hard on the shock that the shock actually mechanically tops out and it settles back down.
Yeah.
So that'll kind of, say you're on the gas and you get off the gas and hit the brakes, you'll feel the shock mechanically top out when you transfer weight to the front end of the bike.
Yeah.
And if you transfer weight real hard to the front end of the bike, the shock can no longer follow the ground as you're putting more and more weight on the
And then I need to put my leg out right to balance the weight. Yeah. So
we'll have that for the rear, which is good. That's a good spot to start. Definitely you'll be able to notice a nice difference.
Okay.
And then on the front, we're at 47. So we're just gonna.
honestly, I don't have anything to compare it to. This is the first time.
Well, I tell you, if you want to make changes on your own, that's fine. The biggest thing is take notes, and even if it doesn't feel good, data is data, and it's good to have more data.
Yeah.
So you know
knowledge is power.
worked and what didn't work.
Right.
I mean, that's honestly 20 some years ago. That's how I got started. I couldn't afford to pay anyone to do my stuff, and so I just did it all my own. And then I started hanging around people that knew a lot more than me, and learned from them. And then I went to work for some of them. And here I am.
That's cool, man.
Still learning.
Yeah. Well.
Always a novice.
I'm not sure how much is laziness with me or just being burned out or not caring. I care to do stuff like that. I just I have a problem. I'm not that mechanically inclined, I guess, but
So the rebound's a little slow. We're going to open the rebound up. You actually want to run the rebound as fast as you can without it bouncing.
okay.
Worked for some of my friends in the AMA paddock those first few years, helping them, and didn't really spend a lot of time here. But now I'm kind of focused just on the shop. I still help some guys in the AMA, but I'm here more than I'm at the AMA track. What happens if the rebound's too slow is you hit a bump and the suspension gets compressed, and it can't get back out to a good spot before you hit another bump, and it'll get harsh. It won't move at all because it'll be they call it packing. You get a hand yet? Nah, we good. That feels good there. So that's basically it, man. For now, next thing to do is just ride and report back.
Okay.
make changes from there. You know, maintenance-wise, keep the fork tubes nice and clean. All this black stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a garage, so I parked it outside. And, I guess I'll just keep an eye on it. How often do you think you can?
Just when you clean the, you know, when you lube the chain, you know, clean the fork tubes.
Okay.
That'll help a lot with keeping your seal life good. The seals don't go bad per se. What happens is all the brake dust and road grime and sand will get pushed up inside past the dust seal, and there's an oil seal, and it'll cause stiction, so it won't move as easy. And then if it gets enough in there, it'll cause them to leak. Or what happens is you get corrosion and pitting, and obviously those act like little knives. So if the fork compresses, it will damage the seal, then it will cut the seal. So by just keeping them clean.
Well, all that gook on there is not keeping a protective coating.
No.
No.
No, unfortunately. But yeah, man, that's really it. As
Great.
far as, like I said, just go ride and tell me how it feels, and you know, now that we know.
Cool, man. Well, just left Fluidology. First time riding the bike with the new suspension setup. I don't think I'll be riding hard enough right now to give much description of the difference. I don't know. We might hit some bumps out here on the main road. But anyway, we got that track school coming up September 25th at Jennings GP. So I'll be ready to go for that. Fluidology's badass. The owner-operator there was working on my bike, or co-owner, I guess. I'm tired, I've been up a while, but anyway, forgive me if I get any of the info wrong. He really knew his stuff, and he's been racing, I guess, the majority of his life, and I was really impressed. It was very friendly, great customer service at Fluidology. Feels a lot better already, and I've only ridden it a quarter of a mile. So I gotta go home and get a couple hours of sleep before work. Fluidology, good stuff. Go check them out if you hadn't.
Hey baby, wake up from your sleep. We have arrived onto the future, and the whole world is become electronic, supersonic, electronic.